Welcome to the making of a DM. Why entrepreneurship will save America. I truly believe this might be my biggest show I've ever done. Please pay attention and follow directions. This show is going to change a lot of people's life. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Hope you're having an absolute amazing day today. Today's show is about entrepreneurship and business owners. It's a real thing. I'm excited to talk about this subject with you. As we've talked about many things here at the making of a DM. And, I just want to take a second again and say thank you guys so much for all the love and support, on Spotify and iTunes and even on the books over on Amazon, all the great 5-star reviews and all that stuff. Like I said, it always helps people. It gets on the algorithm system and helps people kind of gain access to content that we share here on a weekly basis. And it's really get a lot of amazing messages, to say the least. And I appreciate you. If you're sending me messages, if you're not, feel free to do so. I do respond. I do care. This is like a big deal to me to watch people grow. I love it. It's the most amazing thing in the world. And it's really neat. So if you think, oh, Mark, I don't have the money to get in the 50K group and all that stuff, don't worry about that. Time is of the essence. It's no rush. I'll be here. Maybe you don't even get in there. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to help entrepreneurs evolve and enjoy an amazing life and help a lot of people. So yesterday was a pretty cool day for me. One of the guys in the DM family, speaking of the DM fam, one of the guys actually sold a company and got a huge, large, near 8-figure payout through equity. Did zero work on the day-to-day over the last 2 years and generated a lot of money. And I love getting those texts. They're very exciting to me. And what was cool about it, he's talked about money. He's like, dude, I had different emotional things and thoughts about money before he met me. And I've had many people say that to me about talking about money and being an entrepreneur. And just to step back for a second, you got to realize I've been an entrepreneur my whole entire life before it was even cool. And actually, it was the opposite of being cool. As a kid, people would say, you're lazy, you're trying to get out of work. What do you think? Your goals are out of this world. There's no way that could do that. There's no way someone's going to pay that kind of money. Come on, man, get your head out of the clouds. Go get a real job. I still got people saying, go get a real job. So that know me in my life, they just can't wrap their heads around some of this shit, which is fine, right? Sometimes, honestly, I can't wrap my head around my own shit either. So I get it. I have a lot of empathy on people like that because I understand where they're coming from. You got to understand, they're coming from their point of view. If they knew entrepreneurship was amazing, if they knew the power of what we're able to do over here, they would convert. But I'm not here to convert people. I'm here just kind of lead by example. And if they catch on, great. If they don't, well, it's a choice, right? We're all making choices every day. But I love entrepreneurship. There's many nights of dry heaving, many nights of not sleeping, many early days of just fucking grinding it out, wondering when it's ever going to stop, if it does, and just hoping I make it to the next day. I like that shit. I like tough. I like hard. I enjoy seeing what I'm made of. And that's what entrepreneurship's about. It really does. I did a book back in the day, probably about 5-6 years ago. And it's like, it's just one chapter in this book I got to write. And it was like, what do I want to teach my kids? And what I want to teach my kid, back then it was Mark only, I want to teach both of them grit. I want to teach them getting fucking punched in the face and getting back up. Grinding it out when no one's watching. Grinding it out when you think you're not accomplishing dick. Grinding it out when literally the bank account is at negative, but yet you keep on waking up and you keep on moving towards your goals. That's what entrepreneurship's about to me. But there is a difference between being an entrepreneur and a business owner. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, dude, I'm an entrepreneur. Everyone says that now. It's just hooky. It's cool. They want to be in the cool kids club, whatever. But again, there's nothing cool about being an entrepreneur. It's a lot of hard work. I'm very proud that I am a real entrepreneur, a business owner, and because I like to help people. I like to lead. I like to, get in the matches with them and like see what we're all made of, and find great products and services that help people, and look at the scalability and opportunities. And I mean, I could go on and on about this, but the point of this is who are you sharing your wins with, and what are you doing as an entrepreneur daily to keep pushing forward? And the truth, and not only that, as I'm sharing today with you, I'm going to share with you, if you're a real business owner with W-2 employees, you have access to a lot of free money, and you probably don't even know about it. So I'm going to talk about that today, because we did a webinar about a week and a half ago, and so far it's over $12 million in free money given, which is absolutely amazing. So picture if you have 10 employees, W-2 employees, full-time, and you could get access to money. What would an extra $300,000 do for your business? By the way, this is not a loan. This is money you never have to repay. I'll give you some examples of some clients we have. One person got $31,381 back. Another one got $43,823. Another one, $69,000, $25,000, $44,000, $50,000, $121,000, $120,363, $339,000, $67,000, $99,000, $123,000, $361,024.11. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but these are all companies of all different sizes. And today's show, I want to talk to you as an entrepreneur, because business owners and entrepreneurs are the single things that will save this country. As you know, I mean, there's a lot of shit hitting the fan, a lot of small mom and pop businesses getting squeezed out everywhere, but we have to stand strong. And if you have capabilities or the awareness that there's available money for you and you're not getting it, that's on you, because you're not giving it your all. See, you got to be scrappy. As real entrepreneurs, we are fucking scrappy. If you've been in the game like I have 25 plus years, I guarantee I've had my ass kicked many times. I've been kicked ass many times, and I'm going to continue to do so. Figuratively, not literally, but figuratively, right? Like, you're getting beat up. You got this guy calling, you got this guy talking shit, you got this person quitting, you got this person stealing, you got this city official trying to shut your shit down. You got people telling you how to run your business that's never ran a business, and everything in between. So you're here in a safe place right now on the making of a DM. I know what you're going through. I've been there, done that, and will continue to do so. But my job here is to give you the tools to make your life easier at all levels, financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, etc. I want to help you grow. And when my buddy Josh was talking to me, he's actually in the DM fam. He told me, he's like, dude, I have a program, literally we're giving hundreds of millions of dollars to entrepreneurs, business owners, big and small. And he's like, it literally is changing the game. And it took me a while, honestly, because I hear all this shit all the time. Oh, it's free money. Yeah, it's free money. Sure. Well, nothing's free. We all know that, right? Obviously, this money's coming through the government, and they've allocated let me, hopefully you're sitting down or, listen to this number. They've dog-eared last year, $400 billion with a B dollars to give to entrepreneurs and business owners that have W-2 employees, not a loan, but a credit, a tax credit. And this is real money. You're going to get a tax credit. So these people I'm sharing, $331,000, $99,000, et cetera, this is free money coming to their company. Let me ask you a question. What would you do with a free $100,000 today for your business? What would you do with $300,000 for your business? What would that do? That cash infusion. You never have to pay it back. Cash infusion. What do? You hire more staff to help you? Do you get better equipment to become more efficient and effective? Cost prohibitive. What do you do with the money? Hopefully it's not take a vacation. Hopefully it's not go out and buy things that depreciate and all that shit, but use this money to grow. And as I sit here and talk to all these great entrepreneurs, I was talking with one of the clients, because I like to call and touch base with them and see kind of what their thoughts are. And they're like, dude, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. I can't even believe my accountant or my bookkeepers never even told me about it. So this was in August when I heard about it initially. And maybe what they did the same thing I did. Like, I have been told free money everywhere. Everyone's always like, dude, get free money. How to do it. Like, I never really put much attention to it, but this guy's in the DM family and he told me about it and he started showing me through results. And he's like, dude, check this out. I just got this guy this much money. Hey, check this out. I just got this girl this much money, etc. And I started getting excited and I started learning about it. I'm a slow learner, by the way. So August, and now we're in December. And it sucks because the truth is I could help a lot more business owners if I was talking about this in August, but it is what it is. I can't go back in time. I can talk about it today, though. So this is real. It's amazing. The emails and the text messages the team's getting because of what's happening is absolutely astounding. It's one of the most feel-good things I've ever done in business by sharing with you how to get access to free money. And let's be honest, if I can't sell you on free money, I can't sell you shit. I'm the worst salesperson in the world. So I'm not here. And by the way, if you don't have a W-2 employee, this is not a show you shut off because you're like, oh, shut up, this ain't for me. No, this is for you because you know people that you can help. So you can share the link and the number I'm going to give you today. Share this information and let them gain access to free money. Maybe it's your local Mexican restaurant. Maybe it's your local, bar that you go to, kind of brewery or whatever. A lot of people got devastated. A lot of people financially, as a real entrepreneur, right? And I'm talking out of real experience here. There's many years of my business career, many years, days, weeks, months, multiple years that my team made more money than me. My staff, the lowest level staff member was making more money than me a lot of times because I had to do as an entrepreneur and a leader to do whatever the fuck I had to do to make this work. I don't rape and pillage my company by taking out every dollar for me. We have to build a better company. And I don't know how else to do it other than gaining access to free money. I never had this opportunity in my whole 25 years. So if you have W-2 employees, 100% this opportunity is for you. And if your bookkeeper and accountant hasn't told you about it, I'm not saying go fire them, but we have to start asking ourselves, well, what else the fuck aren't they telling us about? See, when you have people on your team that is in the best interest of the global picture, they're going to share stuff with you that's going to require them to do more work sometimes. That's not a problem. That's a problem if they don't share that, right? So the problem with the ERC, what I'm talking about, employee retention credit, is the reason your accountant or bookkeeper is probably not telling you is it takes about 2 to 3 hours, is what I've been told, if you know what you're doing, to file per employee. So we got to remember our accountant and our bookkeeper are also business owners, right? So they're business owners and they have a book of business, let's say 100 clients. And let's say out of those 100 clients, on average, there's 10 employees per client. Keep in mind, as the bookkeeping company, they're already probably overwhelmed, lack of people wanting to work, and things are going on. So what happens, why am I going to call my client and say, great news, I want to work 30 extra hours of hours I don't even have, but I'm calling you with the great news that I can get you access to free money. What's that old saying? Don't wake up a sleeping bear. Because if they had 1,000 people that they had to file this paperwork for, it would take them 3,000 hours. These are hours they don't have. They just genuinely don't have it. So they're not even referring people. And I know this to be true because when my buddy Josh was talking about it, I was like, dude, there's no way. Why would they do that? So I hit up my COOs and asked them if any of the people running payroll and all that stuff have told them about it. And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And we kind of have our shit together sometimes, right? So if I'm not hearing about it, you're more likely not hearing about it either. And by the way, if you got PPL money and all that other shit, it doesn't matter. If you had W-2 employees during COVID, when it first started to today, there's strategies to gain access to free money. Here's what the kicker is. Because you might be thinking, well, Mark, I've heard of this, but they said you had to take a dip in income or revenue. That's what it used to say. But they had $400 billion they had to deploy. As of September 30th, if my memory serves me correct, based off of what Josh was sharing with me, only $18 billion of it was given to business owners and entrepreneurs that replied. 18 million of $400 billion. So as you know, we have a pretty interesting government. And they said, hey, listen, people aren't applying. By the way, 18 billion is nothing out of the 400 billion. So people aren't applying. So we need to look at this, right? Are you familiar with supply chain issues? So they added a layer into this saying, hey, if you've ever been affected by supply chain issue, you now qualify. Well, newsflash. Again, I'm not giving tax advice or financial advice at all here today. I'm just sharing the stories I've had with my guys and what I'm seeing. But newsflash on supply chain issues. I don't know a single person that's not been affected by a supply chain issue. And you might be thinking, well, Mark, that's not true because I'm a dentist. I have all my products here and I don't have a supply chain issue. Well, the fuck you don't. During COVID, people couldn't even come in. That's a supply chain issue. Your customers are supply chain issue if they can't come into your facility, right? So maybe you're a lawyer and you're listening to this show. Well, supply chain issue, you can't meet clients face to face. Disruption through supply chain. Again, this is stuff you could discover when I give you the website and the phone number. So if you're like working out or whatever, I set up a text number where you can text it and it will automatically send you the link. So when you're in front of your computer or whatever, you can kind of knock this out. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get free money. For real. Like I had a different show plan for the day, but I sit down and I was like thinking about this and kind of like when I was doing my gratitude session, I'm like, I'm seeing these messages like, dude, I just got 361,000, 99,000, all this shit. I'm like, I have to share this bigger, more people. Because on the webinar, we crushed it. Hundreds of people showed up. It was awesome. But also we have the podcast show, we have email, we have a lot of other channels that we can share this message. And I hope you've been here long enough to trust me and believe me. I'm only sharing this because I know it's real. It does take about 4 months is what they're seeing to get the money in your hands. Keep in mind, it's the IRS. So 4 months is very quick for them typically. But that's what it takes. So this company that I'm working with, Josh, his company out of Utah, and I mean, they're amazing. They got a lot of team members, almost 100 now, helping facilitate this process of getting you as an entrepreneur business owner access to money. We have one client right now has 800 employees. If based off of what the numbers we're seeing, I mean, that could mean many, many, many millions of dollars of free money. Many. Game changing. Hire better people. Hire more people. Expand the company. Buy better products. Buy better resources. Better, equipment for efficiency and all that. This money could be used to help you grow. And like I said, if you don't have W-2 employees and all that, don't think this is not for you. There's people that that have W-2 employees that have never heard of this. So share the show with them or share the link or, the number and have them get involved. It's free for you, by the way. It's 100% free for you. The company, Josh's company, they actually take a fee based off of what they collect for you. And these guys are good. What I like about Josh, I love people that are specialties, where they specialize in one thing. This is his specialty. This is all they do. His 100 team member staff, all they do and focus on is getting entrepreneurs and business owners free money. And let's say, I believe it's 15% of whatever they get you. And you don't have to pay it up front or any bullshit like that. If you want, you can save a couple bucks. But the majority of the people just say, hey, if you get $100,000 in 4 months from now, they're going to get 15,000. You're going to get 85,000 for free. So this is all they do. They'll work for you for free. They don't get paid unless you get paid. And I love that model because that forces them to be on the same page with all. They want that money. They're a business too, by the way, right? So they have a lot of overhead to make this a reality for guys and gals like us as entrepreneurs and business owners to get free money. So as I'm sitting here, literally talking to you, I've got 2 texts today since I've been talking to you the last 10, 15 minutes about, dude, I got $27,000. Holy shit. I just started my company in June of this year, and he's getting $34,000. It's amazing. So these are guys I've known for a long time, different people I've known, and I'm like, you should check this out. Again, not high pressures. Actually, you go to a website and you fill out like 8 questions, and then they'll tell you approximately how much you're going to get for free. It's that simple. And if you didn't know me or didn't believe me, you'd think this is bullshit. Well, it's not. It's real. And I can get you all the details. If you're listening and you want the website's simple. It's markevansdm.com/ERC. ERC. And if you're listening to the show, maybe go to the show notes. It'll be in the show notes as well. Or if you want to do a text into me, you just shoot me a text and I'll text it back to you. So maybe if you're on the elliptical or whatever, stop for a second. But the text number is 844-627-7108. And what will happen, there'll be an automatic text into the system and it'll ping you back instantly with the website address. So when you're done working out or whatever, you can get focused and sit down and see what this really does and can do for you if you have W-2 employees. But again, that's 844-627-7108. I do know right now as I'm talking to you, there's business owners and entrepreneurs that had to lay people off that have very little reserves, if any. I know great entrepreneurs, they'll do anything to save their company, anything, even if that means them living in their car. Yes, I do know people that's lived in their car that are massively successful today because that's what they had to do to get to where they're at. Talked to a guy last night. He's worth probably about $50 million. The guy slept in his office for 2 years on an air mattress under his desk in the 2-room office building. True story. And again, we live in a different world than when I started in 1996 as a professional entrepreneur, I guess. I don't even know if that's even a thing, professional entrepreneur, but like when I became an adult, 18 years old. And I've never had a real job, never had a W-2 job my entire life as an adult, ever. And where I'm at in my life, I don't need the free money. I'll take it, but I don't need it. And there's business owners that need it. And that's what I'm talking about this today. I've never done a show like this in my life to you guys on the DM podcast show, but it's a real opportunity to save some amazing people from doing bad stuff to themselves or, self-destruction. Picture this. There's people sitting in their house right now, curled up in a ball or laying in bed, not wanting to get out of bed because they've exhausted what they think is all their past to get access to money, to keep the wheels on the bus, to keep the machine going when you don't want to go. And maybe it's one person now, 2 people, 10 people, whatever the size of the company is. And you're just like barely, you're running on fumes. And if you gain access to some money, one, it could be a great positive, infusion of capital and get you out of the weeds. And I do know there's dark days in entrepreneurship. There really are. Lots of them. I still get them. We're pushing and we're prodding and we're beating people up. And, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. And some of my best friends in my life today are people through entrepreneurship and business owners. And I hope that you take this very serious and take by the way, this isn't around forever. So depending when you're listening to this show, it may be gone, right? Depending how far you listen to this. But this is something, if you have W-2 employees, this is something I would jump on immediately. Get over to the website at markevansdm.com/ERC. Go through the 8 questions that they ask you, and then let me know what they come back to you and how much money they're going to get you for free. I would love to hear it. I'm very entrenched in this because I do know with the way the world's going, entrepreneurs and business owners, small business owners will fucking save America, save this world, for a matter of fact. See, it's funny to me, people, even like, as landlords or whatever, they always think all the landlords are the big, rich guys sitting in the big towers in New York City and all that shit. Well, the truth is most of the guys I know and gals I know that own a lot of real estate, they're just good old people that have a path and been building and grinding and working their ass off for many, many years, taking massive financial risk and just keeping their feet moving. They're just like us, you and I, everyday folks, trying to do better, trying to be better, trying to live better, trying to get bigger financially so they can give more. It's not about them getting more. It's about them giving more, being more available for their family, being more available for their team, being more getting time. This money could buy you some time to think about building bigger. That's what this is about. And I truly do believe every like driving down the road, every every business that you pass by could utilize this W-2. If they have W-2 employees, they could utilize this as an opportunity to get free money. You don't have to see all these businesses shutting down. They're shutting down like crazy right now. They don't even know this is a thing. See, again, it's interesting. That's why you're here, because you're learning, you're growing, you're expanding your horizons, you're learning something newer and bigger and all the time. And I commend you on that. But that person that's sitting in the house, curled up in the bed, don't want to get out of bed because things are bad, they've exhausted everything that they know about. So you could literally maybe shoot a text to a buddy and say, yo, man, I know you're having a rough year. Last 2 years, you had W-2 employees. You should check this out. Boom. They check it out. They get free money. You've instilled them. Again, this doesn't cost anybody any money, right? So it's like you could hook them up, help them out. I mean, shit. We've been able to give $12 million from one webinar, one training, over $12 million to small mom and pop business owners. It's absolutely amazing. I feel blessed to even be in the position to even know this exists, number one, and number two, to share it with others. So as an entrepreneur, that's a real thing. See, the difference is a lot of us are wearing this mask that we're tough. Nothing hurts us. Nothing phases us. We're going to figure this shit out. You can only figure it out like if you have limited knowledge, limited information, limited connections, you're only figuring out your shit. It's hard to like see outside of the picture frame, right? You're in the frame. You had to step out to look in. It looks different. And when you do that, you can really gain, you guys being here at the making of the DM show and learning about this ERC program, you could really change some people's lives, including yours, if you're in that position to have W-2s and could get access to some free money. So all I would ask is you get over to markevansdm.com/ERC or call or text 844-627-7108. Actually, I might have given you the wrong number here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's right. 844-627-7108. And it will text you back the link. But all I would ask is that you keep me posted at Instagram or Facebook, wherever you communicate with me at, by messaging me. Let me know, like, dude, like, I heard your podcast show. I went to markevansdm.com/ERC. And, this is like minutes, folks, minutes to do this. And you go through the process and it's going to give you a range. You're going to get anywhere from 100 to 200,000 or whatever they say. Share that information with me. Let's get excited together. There's hope out there. There's people out there who want to help you if you're willing to help yourself. Again, I can't force you to do this. I can't force you to take free money, but I can share the information with you and you can make a decision if it fits with where you're at and where you're going. I've never met a business owner that's having a tough time and says, hey, you want some free money? That doesn't want it. So it's a really cool feel-good piece. Like I said, I'm just, excited. And my guy, Josh, that runs that company is absolutely amazing. They're professionals. They'll take care of you. They'll guide you. They can answer your questions. And if you have questions, there's a chat box on their website. When you get over to markevansdm.com/ERC, on the bottom right, if you have questions, communicate with them. They're available during regular business hours, whatever that is on their time, because they're in Utah, and they'll answer them. You're dealing with professionals. And I'm excited for you to get access to this and share this with your people and your friends and your buddies or whatever. If you need more information or need help in any way, shape, or form, get over there and ask away. And in 5 minutes, you're going to know kind of where you stand. And if you don't have W-2 employees, it's not the end of the world. Share it with people that do. Share this information, letting them know, I can't do this on my own. I need your help. Like, guys, my job, my goal in life is to help entrepreneurs and business owners. That's my job, to make them better human beings all the way around. And if we can do it as a collective, we're all so much more powerful, because you could share it with 2 or 3, 4, 5 people. Just share it with, let them know what's going on. Maybe you run a business group. Talk about this shit. Let them know. This could help your community at the highest level. Instead of all the businesses shut down, picture you have 20 businesses getting ready to shut down in your local community, and all 20 could get an extra $100,000. That's a $2 million infusion of opportunity for your local businesses. Because that $100,000 comes into a business owner, you're going to redeploy the capital. You're going to hire more people, get more products in stock. Again, you're creating an opportunity. So it's a really cool thing. I hope you share it. I'm sharing it here with you today. Like I said, I felt this on my heart today to share because it's big. It's really, really big. And I'm going to keep sharing it until we can't share it anymore. Because there is a time frame on it. I don't know the exact time frame, but they have to distribute $400 billion. And there is this company, Josh's company, will take great care of you. And I hope you guys get over to markevansdm.com/ERC. Or like I said, shoot a text to 844-627-7108. Just include your name. Like, hey, it's Steve. I'm in. Right? And then I'll shoot you a text back. Very simple. And they'll get you rolling. And like I said, the link will get shot over to you and you can check it out at your leisure. But as a business owner to business owner, entrepreneur, I respect the hell out of you. No matter what level you're at. If you're brand new or you've been in the game a long time, I know it's a journey every day, and there's ways to make it better. And that's why you're here, because you're learning how to become better. You're learning how other people are doing it at different levels. I can tell you, growth and, pursuit of the next level, it's a never ending process. Because once you get to a level, you realize there's 100 other levels. And then when you get to that level, then you realize. So to me, this is not about a destination. This is about a checkpoint in the journey. And our checkpoint in the journey today is how do we help entrepreneurs and business owners with W-2 employees gain access to free money? It's a checkpoint. And the goal is how do we get hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to people in the DM community to get access to it? Think about that. Just think about the power of that. There's a lot of people listen to this show. And if we could just get them money and their buddies and friends and people they care about in their community money for free, think about what that does. It sets the universe into another level for you, like where it's like, holy shit, you're giving back. This is a pretty cool way, by the way, to give back to your community, and it doesn't cost you a dime. You're just sharing information. And guys, information is a very powerful tool. Very powerful if you understand the power of it, right? It's kind of like if you had the cure to cancer on a piece of paper, well, that information is probably pretty worth a lot of money to the right person or persons, right? So this will help rejuvenate your local community. It will put hope in a lot of great entrepreneurs that are just getting beat up in the face right now. You can stop the bleeding by sharing this information with them, by getting over to markevansdm.com/ERC. Check out the show notes or shoot a text to 844-627-7108. They'll take amazing care of you. Please keep me posted once you get over to the website, how much you qualify for, and let's get excited together. Guys, we're here to change the world. We as entrepreneurs and business owners, if we don't do it, then who does? Because I sure in hell ain't putting it into politics' hands to save my life. We got to build, we got to get stronger, we got to unite, and we got to grow and push and grow and push. But we can do so much more as a unit. Appreciate you being here. Have an absolute amazing day. And if this show will help any of you or your friends that have W-2 employees, please share it on social. It's free. Please share it with your email list. It's free. This is very powerful information, and you can change someone's life right now, today, at this moment. Appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Thank you.
I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should have held me back. I hold my principles. principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all, and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.